Skipping the dentist could possibly land your child in the hospital. A study reveals how many families simply cannot afford dental care and what you can do about it. East Texas News Weekend's Melly Valencia has more.
A study in BMC Oral Health found nearly 1 in 7 Americans say they cannot afford dental care. And those people are more than 3 times as likely to have untreated tooth decay. As Dr. Melanie Dutton explains, Texas feels that burden especially hard.
Texas is one of the most expensive places in terms of trying to pay for dental care.
Dr. Dutton says untreated dental disease in children can quickly become a medical emergency.
So decay, the caries rate is high in a lot of underserved areas, which leads to abscesses, which is infection and facial swellings. A child can end up in the hospital. So if you have access to dental care and you're able to treat a cavity before it gets larger, then we can prevent that hospital visit.
But the prevention, she says, starts right at home.
Make sure your child is brushing twice a day, flossing. Fluoride plays a big role in fighting tooth decay. Strongly suggest no sugar, right? So no sodas, no candy, and that's the key to good oral health.
Melly Valencia, East Texas News Weekend.
If you need low-cost dental care in East Texas, you can visit NeedyMeds, NeedyMeds.org to find free clinics near you.